Hello everyone. Today we will be going through my Eminem collection. This is going to include studio albums, compilations, soundtracks, and songs and albums that he's featured on. We got about 30 items. I would have shown my Eminem vinyl collection, but I sold all my records, so that's not going to be included in here. But first up, we have Infinite. This is a bootleg copy. Got it off Etsy. I don't remember how much though. Favorite track still got to be Infinite, Tonight, and probably Backstabber. Excuse me. Here's the disc, the little insert, homemade insert thing. 1996 debut LP. I don't remember how much it was. Then we have the Slim Shady EP. I got this in that Infinite bundle with Etsy. So, on their own, I don't know how much they go for. But this is, again, a bootleg. But, it has my favorites, If I Had, Just Don't Give a F, and Just the Two of Us, and then it has If I Hadn't, Just Don't Give a F radio edits. The disc, it's a little bit nicer than the Infinite one. Here's the back of the insert. Now, If I Had, Just Don't Give a F, and Just the Two of Us, they are on the Slim Shady LP, which was the debut studio album from M. When he signed to Interscope. I think he was also signed to Aftermath then as well. Like, Aftermath was part of Interscope, I'm pretty sure. If I Had, Just Don't Give a, and then Just the Two of Us was renamed 97 Bonnie and Clyde. This is like one of the best discs I've ever seen on an album from him. And the back of the booklet, insert, whatever. And then that's what's behind the disc, which is really, really cool. My favorite tracks on here have to be My Name Is, Guilty Conscience, Brain Damage, My Fault, Just Don't Give a, Bad Meets Evil, and Still Don't Give a. Then we have the Slim Shady LP Expanded Edition. Essentially the same thing, just says it's here 10 rare bonus tracks. The 10 rare bonus songs are... Why the hell do I keep yawning every 5 seconds? Holy crap, I'm sorry about that. But we have Hazardous Youth, Acapella, Get You Mad, Greg, Bad Guys Always Die from Wild Wild West soundtrack, Guilty Conscience Radio, Guilty Conscience Instrumental, Guilty Conscience Acapella, My Name Is Instrumental, Just Don't Give a Acapella, and Just Don't Give a Instrumental. Same disc, same background, I think. Yep. And then disc 2 is... I prefer disc 2 on here over disc 1. I do. That's the Slim Shady LP Expanded. Then we have Marshall Mathers LP. Now, I have both the original cover and then the edited cover, but the backs are the exact same. The discs are the same. Booklets and everything are the same as well. So the only thing different is the covers here. I found this cover for like $5 at a local thrift shop. It was in this case, so I just switched the covers out. So this cover, the original, is cleaner, like you can see it better and everything. Then we have D12 Devil's Night. This is the first D12 album. We got 18, actually 19. There's a hidden track, I forget what it's called. I think it's called Girls. Yeah, Girls. But my favorites on here have to be Shit Can Happen, Ain't Nothing But Music, Purple Pills, Fight Music, and Instigator. Here's the disc, nothing too special. Now the booklet I will show because it has pictures and everything from all members, like Proof here, aka Dirty Harry, Eminem, aka Slim Shady, Bizarre, aka Peter as Bizarre, or whatever the fuck that is. Then we have them here. Mr. Porter. Ardenon as Con Artist. Swifty as Swifty McVeigh, or Swift. And then Kaniva as Rondell Bean. And boom. So that is Devil's Night. Then we have the Eminem Show. This came out in 2002 and has all these amazing songs. Favorites though, probably literally like the whole album. I can't pick a favorite. Well, Drips isn't it's probably the worst on the album. Drips featuring Obi Trice. But this is the disc, and that's behind it. Next up, we got the 8 Mile soundtrack. 16 songs. The only song I really don't like would be Time of My Life, Macy Gray. She's not my cup of tea. But we got 5 songs on here with M, Lose Yourself, Love Me with Obi and 50, 8 Mile, Rabbit Run, and then Rap Game with D12. 50's on here twice as well with Places to Go and Love Me, and so was Obi with Love Me and Adrenaline Rush. So, but here's the disc showing a clip from the end battle. That's the background behind it. Next up we have D12 World. This is their second and last D12 album. There is 21 tracks on here. Favorites: Loyalty, My Band, and where is it? 40 Ounce. It's not a bad album. Devil's Night is better though, like hands down. Next up we have Encore. This is the bonus track one. Encore is probably his worst. At the beginning I was saying Relapse was his worst. No, it's Encore, in my opinion. I mean, we got some good songs on here, like We're Never Enough, like Toy Soldiers, Just Lose It, Ass Like That, Mockingbird, One Shot, Two Shot, Encore. So there is some good tracks on here. Here's the disc. I love this. I love this. And then here's the bonus disc, and that's what's behind it. But yeah, all the tracks that I just mentioned are the best on here, are also my favorite. So next up we have Curtain Call. There's only three new songs on here. This is greatest hits. We got Fack, Shake That featuring Nate Dogg, and then When I'm Gone. And then as a bonus track we have Stand featuring Elton John from, I think it was 2001 Grammys, whatever 43rd Grammys is, I don't really know. Here's the disc, and behind it, yeah, it's a good little compilation. Like, if you want to start getting into Eminem, I recommend picking this up first. It's because it has all the hits. So then we have Eminem Presents The Re-Up, a Shady Records compilation with all the artists that were on Shady Records at the time, like Eminem, 50, Stat Quo, Cashish, Proof, Bizarre. It's 22 songs, and there's some good ones. We're Back, The Re-Up, You Don't Know, Jimmy Crackhorn, No Apologies for sure. The Smack That and Shake That remixes are pretty good. Here's the disc. I kind of like this disc. Disc art, and then there's the back with the turntable there and everything else. It's the same thing on the back here. Next up we have Relapse, and I prefer Relapse over Encore 100%. It's just so much better, like so much better. And then there's behind the disc. Okay, well, just wants to be a pain in my ass. We got 3 a.m. My Mom, Bagpipe from Baghdad, We Made You, Beautiful, Crack Bottle, and Underground are probably my favorites. Then we have Relapse Refill, which is essentially the same thing. Same disc and everything. And there's the refill disc. I got this mostly for Forever, because I love that song. Drake, Kanye, and Lil Wayne. Hell Breaks Loose is pretty good too. And those are like the only two good tracks off Refill that I actually like. Next up we have Recovery. Got 17 tracks because there is a hidden song on here called Untitled. But we got Cold Wind Blows, Won't Back Down, Not Afraid, No Love, Spacebound, Cinderella Man, Love the Way You Lie, and You're Never Over. And here's the disc. And then this is cool because this is the cover that I had, but this is an alternate cover. This is the way it actually comes, and this is the alternate, but I like this one more. So, but in the middle here you have this, so whichever way you flip, it's pretty cool. Give me a second here. Next up we have Bad Meets Evil. Hell, the sequel. This is the deluxe edition that I have. It was the only one I could find. I got it off Amazon. I don't remember how much. But here's the disc. Eminem and Royce 5'9", aka Bad Meets Evil. There's only 11 tracks on here. But Welcome to Hell, Fast Lane, and Later's, in my opinion, are the best on here. Next up, we have Marshall Mathers LP 2, the sequel to the Marshall Mathers LP, as you may have been able to told, whatever, already. Gets 16 tracks on here. The best, though, in my opinion, Bad Guy, Berserk, Rap God, The Monster, and Love Game, and Headlights. And here is the disc, behind the disc, and there's the back cover. I like this cover because it's a picture of his old house. And then next up, we have Marshall Mathers LP2 Deluxe Edition, which is in a digipack, which I don't really like. There's the main disc, and then here's the bonus deluxe disc. The deluxe songs on here are Baby, Desperation, Groundhog Day, Beautiful Pain, and Wicked Ways. In my opinion, the best out of the 5 is Desperation. Next up, we have Shady XV, another Shady Records compilation. This was released in 2014, so it's a 15-year anniversary of when Shady Records was founded, I guess. But this one is all new songs, and then disc 2 is like the greatest hits of all Shady Records artists at the time. Eminem, Slaughterhouse, Bad Meets Evil, D12, Yellow Wolf, Skylar Grey. Yeah, I don't know. From the new tracks, I don't really have a favorite. From the greatest hits side, though, Purple Pills, I Get Money, Lose Yourself, PIMP, You Don't Know, My Band, Wangsta, In the Club, Fight Music, and Lose Yourself demo version. Disc 1 and Disc 2. Next up, we have his most famous, highly hated album, Revival. I don't care what anyone says, I love this record. It's probably my favorite from him. All 19 tracks are amazing in my opinion. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. The best in my opinion though, Walk on Water, River, Bad Husband, and then Castle on a Rose. Untouchable's pretty good too. Then we have Kamikaze, which came out less than a year after Revival. It was August something. This is coming up on 5 years. Holy crap. But it's 13 songs. 11, really. Because you have 2 skits. Paul and M calls Paul. But this whole album is amazing. Lucky You, Not Alike, and Good Guy are probably the best. Venom's pretty good too, so is the title track, Kamikaze, The Ringer, Greatest, Not Alike, Stepping Stone. The only one I really don't like is Normal, but I'm getting used to it. And then here's the disc. Here is the back, like folded out like this. It's pretty cool. It shows a Kamikaze fighter. The next up we have his latest album, Music to Be Murdered By. 20 tracks. It's a little over an hour, like 64 minutes, something like that. Hour 4 minutes. So it's not that long of a listen. There's the back there if you want to read it. All the tracks. Disc. Behind the disc. And then, in December of 2020, he decided to release Music to Be Murdered By Side B, Deluxe Edition. Basically, 2 albums in 1 year, because this is 16 tracks. So, but here is disc 1, and then disc 2. I don't know which I prefer, side A or side B. I mean, side A, you got Unaccommodating, You Gonna Learn, Premonition, Godzilla, Stepdad, Marsh, Never Love Again, Little Engine, Lock It Up, No Regrets. Side 2, you got Black Magic, Alfred's Theme, Tone Deaf, Book of Rhymes, Nat, Higher, Killer, Discombobulated. I don't know which one I prefer. And then this was the cover you could get off his site, exclusive alternate cover. This is the one you can get in stores. I got mine at Walmart. I think like 20 bucks. I don't really remember, but I got it at Walmart. But yeah, same thing, just different cover. And then for 2022, he released 3 projects, I guess, in a sense. We have, first of all, the Eminem Show Expanded Edition. This is copyright 2002, or 2022, sorry. But it's the same 20 tracks, and then we have 18 more, 4 new tracks that I haven't heard before up until when this came out. Stimulate, Conspiracy Theory Freestyle, Bump Heads, and then Jimmy, Brian, and Mike. It says they're previously unreleased, but the 3 before that I have never heard before this. Then we have Freestyle 1 live, Brain Damage live, Freestyle 2 live, Just Don't Give a Fuck live, The Way I Am live, Real Slim Shady live, and then 8 instrumentals: Business, Cleaning Out My Closet, Square Dance, Without Me, Sing for the Moment, Superman, Say What You Say, and Till I Collapse. So this is a pretty hefty collection that we got here for the expanded edition of the Eminem Show, which I'm glad we got this 1 here is black, and disc 2 is red with like a different design, which I love. Then we got Curtain Call 2. This was the second thing that was released. 2 previously unreleased tracks. From the D to the LBC with Snoop, and This Is Love 09 with 50. From the D to the LBC was released before this came out, but as a single. So I'm pretty sure it was meant for the compilation. But this is the tracks that we have for Curtain Call 2. Everything from Relapse up until Music to Be Murdered By. We also have, where is it, The King and I featuring CeeLo Green, but that was released for the Elvis soundtrack for the Elvis movie, so, but I like it. It's not a bad song. But here's disc 1, disc 2, and then behind the discs, can't wait for the next album, whenever that'll be. I have no idea, but I'm ready. So now we have albums that he's featured on, whether it be one song or multiple, or, you know, things like that. We have Obi Trice's Cheers. This came out in 2003, and he's on 5 songs, and it is executively produced by him. He is featured on Lady, Shit Hits the Fan. He's not credited, but he is featured. We All Day, One Die with 50 and Lloyd of G Unit, and then M. Hands on You with M. And then outro D12 and M. So, honestly, all the Eminem songs, like features on here, are the best. So. Then we have Dr. Dre's 2001. We all know this album. We all have it in some form or another, or we've all heard it. He is featured on 2 songs. 3 really. The Watcher, he is on the chorus, but no one on the chorus there is credited, so. What's the Difference with M and Exhibit, and then Forgot About Dre. That and the next episode are like the 2 most famous songs from here, like from this album. So there's the disc. Then we have Dre's last album, Compton, a soundtrack by Dr. Dre. 16 songs, and he's featured on 1 of them, Medicine Man, with Candace Pillay and Anderson .Paak. But we have a lot of good songs on here. I wouldn't know, I haven't really listened to this all the way through. But there's the disc behind it. I will eventually. But now I have all 3 Dre albums. I got The Chronic just a couple days ago, so. Then we have 50 Cent's The Massacre. He is featured, and this is executively produced by him, 50, and Dre, and he's featured on 1 song, Gatman and Robin here, track number 6. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's all he's featured on for The Massacre. Then we have Get Rich or Die Tryin'. He is featured on Patiently Waiting and Don't Push Me with Lloyd Banks. I need to listen to this again. It's a good album. Then we have I Am Music, the career-spanning album from Lil Wayne. Basically a greatest hits. He is featured on Drop the World, which is from his 2009 album Rebirth, which I don't have, so I'm glad to have gotten this. But yeah, that's the only thing he's featured on with Lil Wayne, other than Forever with Drake and Kanye. Then we have The Game, the documentary. It doesn't say who's featured on here, like on the back, unless you look through here. 50's on 3 songs. Jeez. 50 in The Game had something going for them. We Ain't. He was featured on that. I haven't heard it yet. But I mostly got this for the Game and 50 tracks, because I know The Game dissed M on his latest album, blah blah blah, all that. So next up we have Big Sean's Detroit 2. He was featured on Friday Night Cypher with T Grizzly, Cash Doll, Cash Kid, Payroll, 42 Doug, Boldy James, Draco, Sada Baby, and Royce da 5'9". That's like a lot. And I found out that all these artists are from the Detroit area, so. But it is a good album. I like it. And then he is featured on Ed Sheeran's number 6 collaborations on the song Remember the Name with 50 Cent as well. This is the whole reason why I got this, but it is what it is. I'm starting to like Ed Sheeran more and more. Then we got Biggie, or the Notorious B.I.G., Born Again. He is featured on the song Dead Wrong. Then we have Yellow Wolf, Love Story. And he is featured on Best Friend, which is the only feature on this whole album. Only feature. And it's also executively produced. Then we have DJ Khaled's God Did. He is featured on the remix of Use This Gospel with Kanye, produced by Dr. Dre and the ICU. But this, in my opinion, is Khaled's best record. It's my favorite, so. And then we have the Suicide Squad soundtrack. His song Without Me is on here. So I had to include it because he is on the soundtrack officially. But Sucker for Pain and Heathens are also really good songs. Sucker for Pain just hit 1 billion streams on Spotify. I saw that on Lil Wayne's Instagram this morning. So that's pretty good. And then, last but not least, we have The Adventures of Moon Man and Slim Shady, Eminem, and Kid Cudi single. There's 2 versions, the explicit and the edited. But I love this song. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. It's just disappointing that Kid Cudi wouldn't have featured it on Man on the Moon 3 or something like that, but it is what it is. Anyways, please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.